evening, ladies and gentlemen, Eagles Nation. It's episode 27 of Eagles Talk Central with your host, Kenny G, the Guarantee. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. We are at the end of the work week, guys. We're getting ready to go into this weekend. And what better, before we get into the weekend, how about we break down the first win of our Philadelphia Eagles, week one of the preseason, last night against the Bengals. And I got to tell you, there's a lot to go over. A couple key performances on the offense and defensive side of the ball I would like to go over. And also mention again that we got open practice coming up this Sunday. So how about we just pause here and let's just go ahead and get into the intro and let's get this episode started. Alrighty, guys. So, like I said, I hope everyone's had a wonderful day so far. And go Birds, baby. Congratulations to our Eagles for getting week one preseason out of the way and getting that W. And I got to tell you, it was actually a great game to watch. Now, we all know Cincinnati Bengals, they had their starters playing right off the bat for about 2 to 3 series against pretty much all of our backups on defense. And on offense, we just about had all backups playing as well. And, you know, belt to ass, I'm pretty sure was the phrase that we had last year, right? Yeah, well, it happened. Now, Joe Burrow, granted, and congratulations to him, he looked phenomenal. Perfect passer rating. He pretty much lit up the defense, second string. Beat Kaylee Ringo, Jamar Chase. We're going to talk about that also. But let's get into the positives, right? Because there was a lot of positives to unpack in this game. So right up on the screen here, we got pretty much top 3 performances that I want to highlight on offense first off. And we all know, and I'm starting with the Mormon missile, Tanner McKee. And I'm going to be honest, I already heard his Madden overall rating is going to be a 61 overall. Yeah, you're going to have to raise that up because I'm not going to get too hype here, but we have to have the best backup quarterback in the entire NFL. I mean, listen, I know the Giants' depth at quarterback. They got Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and then they got their rookie as well, Jackson Dart. But, oh, man, dude, Tanner McKee. Even last year, when he kind of came in towards the end of the season, you know, listen, he came and played some quality snaps, played in some great games, and he played well. We already knew the caliber of player that this guy is. Listen, he's got a great arm. He's got a good touch on the deep ball as well. It kind of reminds me of Jalen. And quite frankly, last night kind of showed me that Tanner McKee's a little more mobile and a little shifty getting out of the pocket than what I think we all kind of thought. But I mean, 20 of 25 for 252 yards and 3 total touchdowns. Granted, one of the touchdowns on the brotherly shove, the tush push. Yeah, that's right. It didn't go anywhere. It's still here. And we can still run it without our number one offensive line, Saquon Barkley, and our number one quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Now, Tanner McKee just straight balled last night. I mean, he was diming it up to Darius Cooper, undrafted rookie. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that raised his draft stock, or I'm sorry, not draft stock, just his stock in general. The fact that you put some quality tape and go for 6 receptions, 82 yards, and a touchdown. And he was making some moves out there. Had the great catch on the touchdown. And he's got good breakaway speed. He's got good size. And he's actually pretty shifty as well in the open field. I listen, him pairing up with Johnny Wilson. I mean, these two last night, they were looking like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown out there. Now, you know, listen, I know everybody's like, take it easy, Ken. Take it easy. I know. Hey, listen. I can get hype up here because Johnny Wilson, what he showed last night was what I wanted to see last year from him as a rookie. I mean, Johnny Wilson was very athletic, going for the ball, making the right plays, but Tanner McKee's ball placement on a lot of the throws that he had last night, I got to tell you, poise. And for the fact that it was the second string, third string offensive line, there were some plays where he had 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds in the backfield. Now, I'm not going to overhype this because I know the Bengals defense, and it was their starters that played the first couple series, and Tanner McKee was wheeling and dealing. The offense looked great. The running game, A.J. Dillon, Will Shipley. I mean, come on, guys. Like, we've got a lot to be excited for. And I know Eagles Nation, I know you guys know. I know. But I'm just telling everybody else out there that the Eagles have the deepest roster in football. And listen, we already kind of knew this, but just watching the game last night, the offensive line, listen, individual performances set aside, there was a lot of players that impressed me last night, offense and defensive side of the ball. But the second unit offensive line, for how well they played at the line of scrimmage in pass protection, run blocking, guys, a relatively clean game when it came to penalties. Turnovers, we had the one at the very end. McCord, the rookie quarterback, threw a pick. Hey, it's okay. But all aside, guys, for none of our starters playing, the team looked great. And I kind of liked what Kevin Petula was doing on offense. Now, granted, we all know that in preseason, we're not going to be really giving a lot away, right? It's going to be very kind of dry, vanilla offense, just trying to get the speed of the game, especially with all the rookies that we're bringing in, undrafted and drafted. And a lot of guys that are proving it. And Darius Cooper and Johnny Wilson, you guys showed out last night. So big props to you guys. The work is paying off. And honestly, Darius, you keep doing what you're doing. You're going to end up earning yourself a spot in this wide receiver room. Now, I would have really liked to see Terrence Marshall Jr. get a little bit of playing time as well, but I know he's dealing with the injury that he suffered last week in camp. Hopefully he'll be ready for week 2 because we've got the Browns next week, guys, and we got an open practice, joint practices, Browns-Eagles, but we're going to get into that. So obviously, guys, the game was an Eagles win, 34-27. Now, the score looks a lot closer towards the end. The Bengals were making a little bit of a push, but we already knew where the game was going to go. The fact that the offense looked great under Tanner McKee. Now, obviously, when DTR came in, it kind of stumbled a little bit, but we were starting to go deep in the depth chart. There were a couple broken plays, bad choices, bad throws, but it's all right. It's a lot of stuff that can be worked on. The fact that I just can't get over the offensive line, guys, the second unit. Now, granted, I do hate to say Kenyon Green, the interior offensive lineman that we got in the trade when we traded C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he suffered a lower leg injury, and he got carted off the field last night, ironically towards the end of the game when McCord threw the pick. I haven't gotten a confirm on the injury. I hope everything's all right. I mean, we've been pretty fortunate with the injury bug here as of late. So I will get updated, and I will keep you guys updated as well. But, I mean, listen, there was a lot of great quality play. Anaya Smith, the rookie from last year as well. Hey, he made a couple plays in the receiving game, but he also made one heck of a punt return. Almost took it to the house. If the Eagles were able to get that convoy down the sideline, he'd have been home free. But it's all right. It's just a lot of positive things, guys. Like all three phases of the game was great. Offense, execution. I mean, the fact that they went for a tush push on 4th and goal, I love it. I literally did. Jalen Hurts is smiling on the sidelines. It's kind of nice to see. Saquon Barkley on the sidelines, coaching them up, going up to the players, celebrating. It's just, this team looks great. I mean, not even on the field, just energy-wise, just attitude, demeanor. They're focused, but they're loose and they're relaxed as well. And pardon me if you guys hear the dog in the background. I do apologize. My room really isn't soundproof, so you can hear anything. But yeah, so offensively, great. Now defensively, man. So first, shutout to Ty Robinson, the 3rd round rookie. Had his sack last night. It was good too. The defense, the secondary, the back end did a really good job. Didn't really give the initial first 2 reads away, made the quarterback hold onto the ball, and Ty Robinson got his first sack. Now I know it's preseason, but hey, that's still something. And it's a nice positive thing to see as well. I was kind of curious, and I was really looking forward to watching this defensive line last night, just with all the depth and all the new pieces that we brought in, Uche, Ojulari. And you listen, it wasn't really, nothing's going to jump out at you at the stat sheet with quarterback pressures and sacks, but overall, I thought the team did really good. Obviously, we didn't have the starters out there. We didn't have them dogs out there. We didn't have Carter. We didn't have Nolan Smith. We didn't have Zach Bond. But I'll tell you a couple people we did have out on that field. Jahad Campbell, the 1st-round rookie, middle linebacker, and potentially outside linebacker as well. He played really good last night. Dropped an interception that got batted over the middle, and I wish he would have came up with it. That crowd at Lincoln Financial Field last night would have erupted. But I thought he played great. Jeremiah Trotter looked good as well. Everything that we've been hearing about Trotter kind of going through camp as far as him, the strides that he's made from year one to year two, it kind of showed last night. We all knew that Jeremiah Trotter had really good pursuit. He's got really good instincts. Yes, they say he's undersized. He needed to put on more muscle. He could be a little faster. But I'll take somebody that puts in the work and it's smart at the game. And I think Jeremiah Trotter kind of showed out a little bit last night. Now and again, his numbers aren't going to jump off, but it's just watching the game and he wasn't getting beat. He wasn't in the wrong place, missed assignments, and that's good things to see. Now, as far as secondary goes, Kaylee Ringo, I thought he did an okay game. He got beat on the long touchdown. Jamar Chase put a little bit of a move on him. He over pursued. It's okay. Adoree Jackson, I give both of them about the same grade. Now, granted, he's not going to have giving up a touchdown on the stat sheet, but listen, it's preseason, guys. I want them to make the mistakes now before we get to the regular season. So I think the cornerback 2 kind of position battle, I think that's going to still keep going. There really isn't any clear-cut favorite. And then you're going to add, obviously, the guy that we traded for last week, Bennett. He's going to be kind of added to the mix as well. So I'm going to be curious to see joint practices this coming week with Cleveland. And also, I cannot wait for Saturday, 1 p.m. against the Browns next Saturday. Can't wait for that. But no, guys, I'm just glad Eagles football is back. The team looked like they didn't miss a beat, and it wasn't even the starters out there. Now, granted, we got teased during warm-ups at the game, and obviously we got to see Jalen Hurts, full pads, we got to see Barkley, we got to see all the boys out there. But sadly, they didn't play, which we all know Nick Sirianni's, method behind that. Want to keep everybody fresh, want to keep the injury risk low. And listen, the amount of injuries that happened just over the first week in preseason, it was insane. So I'm just glad, we had a couple dings, couple nicks here during this game, but everybody came out relatively unscathed. I'll definitely update you guys on Kenyon Green, of course. But, guys, can you just believe Eagles football's back? And just the team looks great. This roster is just phenomenal. The depth at every position. Sidney Brown looked good last night. He had a chase down tackle and actually tackled his twin brother last night. I thought that was actually pretty cool. The commentators were enlightening on that. But overall, it just I give the Eagles an A on the performance. They played great. Definitely things to clean up. Definitely things that they can work on. But and just to see the excitement for Tanner McKee after the game in the locker room, Jalen Hurts taking his gold chain, putting it around his neck. Everybody was fired up. It was almost like a regular season game. And that crowd at the Link, Eagles Nation, we already know. You guys were loud and proud, soaring high, just like our birds. And I'm fully anticipating a lot of energy this coming Sunday, August 10th. We got the Eagles open practice at the Link. And guys, I'm going to be there. And I'm definitely going to be going live. I'm going to try and get some good video, good pictures as well. But no, I'm looking forward to that, just to be able to see some Eagles football in person. I know it might not be a game, but it's all right. It's football, and I will take it. But yeah, so overall, Bengals, I was surprised that they played their starters as long as they did, especially their defensive starters, and just how good our offense, our second team, executed against their defense. It was great. I've got no complaints at all. And like I said, the rookie class looked good as well. McCord was the only one that kind of looked like he struggled a little bit, but it's all right. He didn't really get a lot of playing time, to be honest with you. So I fully anticipate that probably when we start getting into maybe next week and even the week after, we might see a little more McCord and DTR, and maybe Tyler McKee will probably play a series or two and he'll be out, which is fine. We don't want to have him get injured. Now, as far as Tanner McKee, I would like to just shed a little light on this. So the fact that I'm making the proclamation right now on the channel that we have the best backup quarterback in the league. We do. And now that obviously will come with a little bit of potential bad news, because if we see, within the first 7 to 8 weeks of the season coming up, if we see a quarterback injury, Does that mean that Tanner McKee possibly could be a trade target? It very well could be. I'm not saying he's going to get traded, but he could very well be a target. Now, I don't think Howie, being honest, I don't think Howie would trade Tanner McKee. Now, granted, if he got offered something wild, he probably would take it. But I don't expect Tanner McKee to be traded during the season. I really don't. To have a good backup quarterback that knows the system, that has the familiarity with the players on this roster now for a few years since he got drafted by us, that's valuable in itself. And if you look behind him, we got DTR that just joined this past offseason that we signed. Or, I'm sorry, we didn't sign. We traded when we traded Kenny Pickett to the Browns. And then we drafted McCord. So it's like we don't have a lot of experience in the backup room besides Tanner McKee. So I just don't see him being traded during the season. Now, like I said, if Howie gets offered something insane, like a third round, a second round pick, yeah, I know, trust me. But we'll get to that if it even does. But I'm definitely looking forward to next Saturday, the Browns game. I would love to see more Tanner McKee. I want to see more Darius Cooper, the undrafted rookie. Listen, if this kid keeps putting up what he did last night, he's going to earn a roster spot. He will earn a spot in this 53-man roster. Worst case, maybe get put to the practice squad. But, I mean, listen, we saw everybody last night. We saw Jahan Dotson make a couple catches, looking good out there as well. So, if we can have Johnny Wilson and we can have Darius Cooper kind of start coming on, and Darius Cooper's out of nowhere, and then you have Aniyah Smith, the rookie from last year as well. I mean, listen, if he could be a special teams kind of player, that would be valuable in itself. So a lot of these young guys just really showed out last night, and I'm looking forward to seeing which ones, if not all of them, kind of keep it up going into week 2. But yet again, I mean, guys, this was a great game. I'm happy for the Eagles win. I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of a breakdown, but before we even end anything, I want to get to the open practice because, guys, I hope it's a packed crowd. I know there's going to be the VIP passes that I missed out on. They sold out before I could get one. People are going to be out on the field. This is supposed to be a fun event, really good for the kids as well. So I really hope a lot of families bring out their kids, have a great time, and get to enjoy and watch our favorite players do a little bit of practice. I can't wait, guys. But like I said, I'll be there. I'll report live. I'll be doing a new episode, actually, this coming Sunday as well. And I just also always like to take my minute in every episode just to say a big thank you to you guys. Because, listen, we are about to hit 6,900 subscribers, guys. We're almost at 7K. And this is going way farther and becoming bigger than I ever thought it would. I'm just going to be honest. Like I said, I work full-time. I work full-time. This isn't something that I'm able to do every second of every day. I'm thankful to be able to get on here and do this when I can. And just for the fact that I actually have people that, appreciate and tune in and watch, it really means the world to me. You have no idea. This is my passion. I love football, and I definitely love our Philadelphia Eagles. But, all right, guys, we're going to be cutting this episode short. I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit of a game recap. I mean, the game overall, I don't know about you guys, but make sure on this episode, drop down in the comments section what you guys thought of the game and who was the player of the game. Because mine's Tanner McKee. I'm sorry. Got to give it to the quarterback. He was wheeling and dealing last night. But you guys drop in the comments section. Make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Because listen, guys, the season's coming, and we're going to be pumping out more content. We're going to be pumping out more videos, and it gives me games to be able to break down and talk about. All right, say less. So I would love to wish everyone a wonderful rest of their night. Have a great weekend. But guys, before you turn that, just make sure you remember the most important thing when you're watching the Kenny G Guarantee. When it comes to our Philadelphia Eagles, you will always get plenty with Kenny. And that's the Kenny G Guarantee. Go Birds, baby. Have a great night, everybody. Woo!